The next card you have is your current position coming into the month. And there you are. You showed up to your read, which I love. I always think that's fantastic. And especially this is your current position. So this is you, the Chariot. This is Cancer's card. This is you knowing the path you're going on. So if you're single, you're knowing where you're going. You see your direction now. Maybe it's been foggy. Maybe you've had some ups and downs in dating. But this says, regardless of who I'm dating or who comes in my life is straight and narrow. I know where I'm going. If you don't feel like that right this second, Cancer, you will this month. You're going to develop it. Here's my path. So if you want to come along on this path with me, great. I'm not diverting anymore for other people. I have a life. I have things I have to take care of, things I need to do, things that are important to me. And if you want to come in and be a part of my life and move forward in a positive direction in my life, great. If you want to come in and expect me to drop everything for you or expect me to, change it up or whatever, things that make me happy and feel stable, then you can screw off because that's not going to happen. I feel like Cancers are coming in this month going, I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know where I'm going, what direction I'm going. The Chariot can't move unless two people are unless people are going the same direction. If the two people are going different directions, then they get stuck. It's stagnant. It doesn't go anywhere. So if you're single, this is definitely the best place to be coming into this month because it means you'll meet somebody who accentuates your life, not changes it, not disrupts it, not somebody that you feel like you have to work around. This means you'll meet somebody that is on the same wavelength that you are as well. I think that's really positive. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this says that you're very much in a similar position. You're like, okay, I know where I'm going. I figured out a path, a plan for me. Maybe you started a new routine. Maybe you're, deciding you want to get things in line to, buy a house or have kids or whatever it is that you want in life. And you're kind of like, okay, partner, if you want to come back in my life, we're doing it my way this time. Like we need to be on the same page and not your way. Like you're not willing to compromise. Relationships take compromise, but this is like, you know where you're going. And if they can come in and they can be a part of that without the fighting, without the angst, etc., then you're happy to move forward with them. If they can't, you're happy to move forward without them. I feel like you're in a really good spot, Cancer, where it's like, you love this person, you have a strong connection with them, but you don't need them. And it's really important that you don't need them because I think there was an issue before with some of you of codependency. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Six of Swords. That's interesting. That makes sense. You're walking away from certain things. The Six of Swords is abandoning. It's leaving. Now, again, this is internal. So I feel like a lot of you are feeling this way, like leaving situations behind. If you're single, you're feeling this way because you had some bad dating experiences, because you've met some pretty lousy people. And now that you're on your path here, now you know where you're going, or you're at least getting there. Again, general, but for a lot of you, I feel like even if you're not where you want to be, which it doesn't always feel like we're never where we want to be exactly, or we're always striving for something and just not quite reaching it. But this says that at least you have an idea of what you want in your life and what's important to you and where you're going. And this right here is you saying, I will no longer abandon myself. I feel like this is a direct reflection of you, not necessarily leaving other people, but if you're single, this is you going, I will no longer abandon who I am, what I stand for, what's important to me. I won't put my kids on the back burner for a man or woman. I won't, put my health on the back burner for a man or like, this is you saying, I'm here again, come along for the ride. And if you can't, I'm not abandoning who I am anymore. Some of you have gotten lost in another person or people you've dated and you're just not willing to do it anymore. If you're looking to reconcile, it feels like a very similar story. It feels the same way. Like you left them and you just went, hey, I'm done. We've tried this path. It's not working for us. If we can get back on the same path, great. It's not a question of you loving them, and it's not a question of them loving you. It's why can't we get on the same page on anything? Why are we fighting? Why is there secrecy? Why, etc. And so this is you physically leaving, I think, leaving somebody, or at least making it clear you're done. Now, will you turn around and come back? I think that if they turn around and come back to you, or not turn around, but if they approach you or if they make it known how important you are to them, I feel like a lot of you are lacking what you need to hear. You need to hear how much you did for this person or how good you were to this person. Now, granted, you're not perfect, so there were fights and nastiness on your end too. But this is you saying, I don't think you realize what you've got until it's gone. Cliche, yes, but this is you saying, once you realize my full potential and what we could have together, then come back and explain this to me. Come back and show me that you understand how big of a part of your life I am, how big of a part of your life I could be. But you're kind of like, no, your actions have not spoken as loud as your words in a long time. So when you come back, there better be some action. The next card you have is your distant past over the past 5-10 years. It could be throughout your childhood, and you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is not listening. So I always read this together, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because this is the universe's way of saying, look, pay attention to yourself, pay attention to things, stop repeating old patterns, stop repeating things that don't work for you. Because the Five of Cups is about a loss. It's about, it's basically the universe or spirit or whoever you believe in's way of telling you this month, like, stick to your guns, stick to this, be you, be 100% you. And then if they can come in and they can be a part of it, fantastic. And if they can't, then you won't worry about it, because you're tired of the loss. You're tired of the sadness and the grief that you faced before. Now, this is also solitude. So I think for a lot of you, you've chosen to remain in solitude for a long time. Maybe you did a long time ago. I feel like a lot of you are dating, or obviously if you're looking to reconcile, you were with somebody. But I feel like this is you saying, sometimes I'd almost rather be by myself. And the universe is saying, no, you can have this amazing happiness and amazing, be in an amazing place with another person. You just can't let the sadness and grief of the past creep in. And some of you, this dates back to childhood, watching parents get cheated on, or watching, parents split up and whatnot. And this, I think the universe is saying, don't stop, like, cut the slate clean. You know where you're going. You know your self-worth. Don't let any of this crap from the past come back in. Ignore it. Plug your ears like this person is, and understand that even though you've had some shitty experiences, guess what? There's time for new experiences and better experiences. And if you keep the positivity going, then you can be you organically, and somebody can come in and be a part of that. The next card you have is your immediate past over the past few weeks, past month or so. Yeah. And so this makes sense. You've been bearing a burden of some sort. This is a lot of responsibilities. If you're single, I feel like you've been bearing a burden on even deciding whether you want to get back out there and date. You've had so many responsibilities. You're working really hard. You're finding your journey. And I think that's been almost this, because again, the 10 of Wands stands for a burden, but it's also about responsibilities and understanding where you're going. So I don't necessarily see this as a bad past few weeks or month or two. This to me feels like you're lifting the burden. You're going, okay, where am I going? One stick at a time. What direction are we going? How much money do I need to save? Are the kids taken care of? Is the car taken care of? Is my job secure? Am I happy, in life, period? Because this is completion as well. And I find this interesting that you have this first completion as your theme, but the past couple of months as a completion. So another thing this tells me too is if you're single, you've been dating some people that you've cut out, that you said, bye, this isn't working. You said that you were interested in having something long-term, but this is more of like a friends with benefits situation. I'm not interested. So you've been completing cycles here, dropping one stick at a time, whatever it is, changing jobs, making more money, doing what you need to do. You're unloading and unlifting this burden so that you can be true to exactly who you are and what path you're going on. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you lifted this burden by leaving this person, because I feel like they were like kind of this big, bunch of sticks on your back. Not that they were necessarily, and let's be fair, we all play a part in the negativities of a relationship. It's generally not just one person who's solely responsible for the entire relationship. But this is you saying, look, we're burdening each other. This isn't working. We're not getting along. So bye. Like, we need a break. And this is you saying, it's not just them either. I feel like you let yourself down by forgetting who you were and abandoning what you wanted. And this is you lifting that burden too and saying, okay, where am I going? What am I doing? Do I love this person still? Do I see myself with them? I don't think, like I said before, I don't think it's a question of whether you do or still do, because I think you really do have this connection. That's why this is here. It's just, where are you going with it? And when are you guys going to get to a point where you can actually be in this relationship without any chaos? The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, after the month of November, and you have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is a great card. It's celebrations, it's friends, it's connecting with people. Now, I see this more as maybe, again, here in the US, the holidays coming up, different reasons to celebrate, etc. But the Three of Cups is a good place to be. Now, if you're single, this definitely does mean you're meeting people. Now, be careful, because this could also be a third party situation. So it could be that you're meeting a couple people and their hopes are that you're just going to date them exclusively, or vice versa. Your hope is that, and somebody may not be doing that. Somebody may have a third party involved here. So just be careful, watch out. This, a lot of people say this is a third party card, but the actual definition of the card is celebration, fun, friends. And so I would think of it if you're single, enjoy yourself, go out and date, because this is coming. You're getting to a first completion where you're going to meet somebody to be committed to, or whatever it is you're looking for. Some people just want somebody to go on adventures with. They don't ever want to get married or have kids or whatever. It's not, there's so many different traditional values now. It's not this, black and white as it used to be, or what people considered had to be traditional. So this is saying, enjoy yourself, meet new people. The right person's coming in, and when you meet them, you'll know it, and everything else will kind of drop off, and you'll get this first completion, this happiness, this resting. Again, I feel like this is more of a positive, like you're just really going to enjoy yourself, even if you meet people that, you're not interested in at all, but you guys can learn something new about somebody. That's always valuable as well. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, be very careful with this, as this could play as a third party situation. Don't put yourself in the, if you're like, well, screw them, I'm not hearing from them, they're not talking to me. Don't go out and start dating people, because you're going to lose what you had there. And make sure that they're not doing that either. I don't really feel like you have to worry about that with them, and I don't really feel like you'll do that. This may just be you getting together with friends. I feel like, honestly, the biggest thing here, if you're looking to reconcile, isn't even so much a third party situation. It's you getting the hell out of the house and going, look, girls, guys, we got to get me out, because all I'm doing is thinking about this person 24/7. It's not healthy. I love them very much, but during this process of whether we're going to get back together, whether I'm going to hear from them again, I feel like you cut it off, and so they're kind of waiting for you, but I really feel like it's going to be their responsibility to come forward, because of whatever they've done to you has hurt you, whatever they've put you through. They really need to see and open their eyes and be like, wow, I've really hurt this person, and I need to make a move here if I want to be with this person. So this to me feels more like you're like social activity, social calendar is getting full, because you're trying to take your mind off of, this situation that's going on with your ex. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next 2 weeks throughout the month of November. And this ties perfectly with this and ties perfectly with this. The Three of Wands is goals, planning, and seeing forward, looking forward. So you move from here to here, all while being who Cancer needs to be, which is Cancer. So the Three of Wands, again, if you're single, this is you knowing where you're going, okay, meeting some really cool people, and then somebody's going to be on the same path as you, and you guys can find a committed relationship. Sorry, I'm so stuck up. A committed relationship, or again, whatever it is you want, a travel partner, a husband, a wife, somebody to have babies with, whatever it is you want. This is you really putting things in line. This is you going, where am I right now? Is this where I saw myself 10 years ago? Is this where I saw myself? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to be the next 20 years? You're putting some really serious thought, understanding that time is precious, and that, time moves very quickly, and the older you get, the faster it goes. And in a blinking of an eye, you've missed all these opportunities or time. And right now you're noticing what's going on, and that you want these opportunities to come in, and you want to move forward with somebody who's very special to you, somebody that's going to move in the same direction as your Chariot. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is also you planning with and without. So this is you saying, look, I love you very much. I want to be with you. I still care about you. And so this is where I want to go with this person, if we can get together and we can make things happen. If we can't, it's not the end of the world, because I'm being Cancer and I'm moving my Chariot. It may move slower now than it will later on. But if you guys can't get it together, you're fine, because you're still going in the same direction. It's just whether this person can go in the same direction with you. It's just whether you guys can get on the same page again. And the thing is, it feels like you just need to focus on your love. Like you guys have been focusing on so many other things. Me, they. But I really do feel like that this person has come 30% and you've gone 70, and you really need to see them be able to start showing you, a 50-50 type relationship. The next card you have is anything tangible that'll happen throughout the month. could, last for a day, 2 hours, a week, etc. So this is a situation that you'll incur, which I actually like. It's the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a generosity. It's an accomplishment card. It's success. It's achievement. So if you're single, again, you're going to meet really cool people and you're going to be successful in having some sort of good relationship with somebody. You're going to be successful in finding somebody that makes you feel that abundance. Again, they come into your life, flattering your life and not taking away, not disrupting. You don't feel like they're that burden on you. They're somebody who actually just glides along with you without too much trouble. And again, it's just a feeling of satisfaction. So at some point this month, if you're single, you're definitely going to be feeling satisfied with people you're meeting, with friends you're connecting with, a love interest in particular. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. I feel like you're finding abundance on your own, but then there's going to be communication from this person who you're going to feel is satisfactory. You're going to feel like they finally fucking understand. They finally understand where we went wrong and, how much I did for them. Now, again, I'm not saying that you were perfect, and I'm not saying for some of you that it's the opposite, that you should be calling them and saying, hey, I realize how much. But for this, I think you're going to get a satisfactory result as far as communicating. Things aren't going to be perfect and you guys have some stuff to work out. But by far this month, you guys have had the best looking reconciliation layout. All right, the next card you have is how are you going to be feeling throughout the month? Again, it could be in the beginning, middle, end, last for a day, 2 days. I hope this lasts all month. The King of Wands. This is somebody who's magnetic. People are drawn to this person. And this is how you're feeling. You're feeling confident because here you are coming out organically as yourself. And I think that's so important when I see the card of the sign I'm reading for, because it tells me they're really in their element this month. And that's super important because that's when these big things can happen. That's when this planning and goals, that's when you actually move them into action instead of just thinking about them. So inside you're feeling like, yeah, I'm getting some shit done. I'm getting, some stuff thought out. I'm lining things up. I've got this plan. How am I going to get there? Like you're feeling, and it's going to build throughout the month, stronger and stronger and stronger. I think that's for whether you're single or looking to reconcile. It's very similar. If you're single, people are going to be very attracted to you this month. You're going to have a confidence about you. Again, a magnetism that people like and feel surrounded, but you're glowing from the inside out. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This person's going to realize like, oh my gosh, I should put you up on a pedestal for a little while. And not in a conceited way, but like they haven't seen what you've done in their life for a long time. They don't understand the little things you do or how you make them feel until it's gone again. And so I feel like they're going to see you actually as this person who, holy crap, you take really good care of me. You've been really good to me. And I have crapped all over you. And I'm wondering why I keep doing that. So just interesting. I think they're going to have kind of a turn of heart or turn of realization. All right. Now, these are your hopes and fears for the outcome. This is more of a fear. The Five of Swords is feeling like you have to watch your back to a certain extent, but it's also, the Five of Swords is feeling like you have to defend yourself. So if you're single, but again, this is an internal fear. So this isn't the actual outcome. This is just how you might feel. So again, this is some sort of fear of victory, almost like a defeat. So this tells me that if you're single, you may be dating a couple people and some may drop off. So some people may be like, it's not for me. Don't let that make you feel defeated. Dating is a numbers game to a certain extent. It's about quality, not quantity, but you have to date a lot of quantity to find the quality. So you may find some disappointment, or your fear is that this person that you meet that you're going to move into this scenario with doesn't like you as much. Or maybe you're like, I know this person is the one for me, or I know this person could be a really good fit in my life. And you're worried that they don't feel the same, or you're worried because like maybe you're online dating and their profile's still up, but you took yours down like a week ago because you know that you really like this person. Don't worry. This is again a fear. And the only reason it's coming is because of past behaviors and past fears. It's not because it's going to become a reality. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, your fear is they're not going to contact me ever, or we won't make this work, or, we started communicating, but nothing's going to come of this, or we're going to be back in the same place in 2 weeks where we're fighting, or there's lying, or there's sneakiness, or whatever it is. Again, these are fears. So don't let that play into reality, because that's not an actual reality. The next card you have is your outcome. See? And you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very charming, daring, confident, energy. And The Knight of Wands is somebody who comes charging forward. So if you're single, you're going to be worried like, oh, I don't know if he or she likes me like this day. I don't know. And then they come through and they're like, ta-da, I'm here. I like you a lot. I want to move in and have lots of babies. No, I'm just kidding. But still, like, that is the energy that this person is going to present. This is also your energy. You're giving off this King of Wands energy, and they switch you with the Knight. So you guys are both acting like this. You're magnetizing. They're feeling good about it. You're feeling confident, and they come charging in. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, I feel like it's very similar. I feel like they will kind of realize what's going on. They will come in, and you're feeling good. You've got your ducks in a row. You're moving, you're making goals and planning, and they're coming and going, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of, you know, whatever you have going on, because to not be with you